Okay, imagine this. Someone waves a magic wand. POF. You get 2 extra weeks added to your year. Just like totally free time, no strings attached. Pretty sweet deal, right?
I'd take it at a heartbeat.
Well, that's kind of what AI ticket tagging is doing for businesses these days. And get this, it's not just for customer service departments anymore.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing how relevant this tech is becoming, even outside its initial scope. I mean, everyone wants better efficiency in data analysis, right?
Exactly. So today, we're diving deep into AI ticket tagging. First things first, picture this. A never-ending flood, like a tidal wave, of customer inquiries. Emails, chats, social media messages, you name it.
It's overwhelming just thinking about it.
That's where ticket tagging comes in.
It's all about bringing order to the chaos, right?
Exactly. It helps businesses organize all those inquiries so they can actually, address them properly.
Just like you'd organize your own inbox, right? You've got your folders, your labels. Ticket tagging is kind of like that, but on a much larger, more complex scale.
And speaking of scale, did you know that businesses lose an insane amount of time to manual tagging? Like, we're talking over 80 hours every single month.
Seriously, 80 hours.
80 hours just trying to categorize all those messages?
That's 2 full work weeks gone.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it seems like such a small thing at the individual level, tagging a message here and there. But when you multiply that across an entire organization, across weeks and months, it becomes a huge productivity killer.
Exactly. And that, my friend, is where AI swoops in to save the day. Or should I say, save the week. 2 weeks, to be precise.
I love how you're sticking with that 2-week game.
Hey, if I could magically get 2 extra weeks a year, I wouldn't shut up about it either.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
But you're right, this is where AI shines. Instead of having humans painstakingly categorize each message, AI can learn from the data that's already there and just, automate the whole tagging process.
Exactly. It's like having a super efficient assistant who never sleeps, never complains.
And never asks for a raise.
True. But hold on, let's be clear here. We're not talking about replacing human agents altogether, are we?
Absolutely not. This isn't about robots taking over the world, at least not yet. It's about giving human agents superpowers. By taking care of those tedious, repetitive tasks, AI frees them up to focus on the things that humans excel at.
Right. Things like solving complex problems, connecting with customers on a personal level,
Providing that human touch that's so crucial, especially in customer service.
It's like AI takes care of the grunt work, and human agents get to be the strategic thinkers, the problem solvers.
Exactly. They become more like customer experience specialists.
I like the sound of that. And we've actually seen some incredible results from companies that are already using AI tagging. One platform that's making waves is ClientZen.
I've heard good things.
Yeah, they've helped a lot of businesses streamline their customer support. Plannable, for example, they managed to reduce their workload by a significant margin, like 15–20%, just by implementing ClientZen's AI tagging.
15–20%, that's huge. But what's really interesting is how that efficiency translated into something even more meaningful. Plannable actually saw a 30% increase in positive feedback from their customers, particularly about how they handle feature requests.
Wow, so it's not just about working faster, it's about working smarter and getting better results.
Exactly. It all comes down to this. When you free up human agents from those tedious tasks, they have more time and energy to focus on delivering amazing solutions.
Which leads to happier customers, which leads to, well, good things all around. And there's another company, PrestaShop, they had a really interesting experience with ClientZen too. So they used it and get this, they were able to shrink their customer support team way down.
No way. How much are we talking?
From 10 people down to 2.
Seriously.
Seriously, just 2 people handling what used to take 10?
That's wild. Talk about efficiency.
Right. It really shows how AI tagging can help businesses really maximize their resources.
It's like imagine being able to handle the same workload, but with a fraction of the staff. Or even better, taking those resources and putting them towards something totally different.
Totally. Like discovering a hidden gold mine of efficiency. But it's not just about saving money on salaries, is it?
No, definitely not. It goes way deeper than that. It's about using the data you get to really understand what your customers need and even anticipate their problems. Like for PrestaShop, they saw a pretty impressive drop in negative feedback during their onboarding process.
Oh, interesting. So they're using AI to patch issues early on.
Exactly, before they even have a chance to become, major complaints.
It's like fixing a leaky faucet instead of just endlessly mopping up the floor.
Perfect analogy. And that whole shift, from being reactive to being proactive, that's where you see the biggest impact on the customer experience.
Makes sense. Because if you can anticipate a problem before it even happens, well, the customer feels heard, they feel understood. They're probably way less likely to leave a nasty review or, badmouth you to their friends.
Exactly. It builds trust and loyalty, all those good things.
And fewer frustrated customers also means fewer angry emails and phone calls for your team to deal with. So it's a win-win.
Totally. Everyone's happier.
Yeah.
And the numbers back it up. PrestaShop saw a pretty significant drop in negative conversations overall, something like 4%.
4%? That's huge.
Yeah. And they even saw a small drop in the average number of conversations per customer, which means...
Customers are getting their questions answered faster and more effectively without having to jump through hoops.
Exactly. And that's what it's all about, right? Making things easier and smoother for everyone.
So it sounds like AI tagging isn't just about, automating a task and calling it a day. It's about fundamentally changing how businesses interact with their customers.
Absolutely. It's about using data to create a better, more seamless experience from start to finish.
And happy customers, well, they tend to spend more money, they tell their friends.
They become brand advocates. It's a win-win for everyone.
It really does sound like a win-win. But okay, I want to dig a little deeper here. You mentioned earlier that AI can learn from existing data. How does that actually work?
Okay, so picture this. You have an AI system that can not only understand what a customer is saying, but it can also understand how they're saying it.
Okay, well, that's impressive. You're talking about sentiment analysis.
Bingo. Sentiment analysis is like the secret sauce of AI tagging. It's what allows these systems to go beyond simple keyword recognition, Like, instead of just flagging a message that says, "This is frustrating," AI can actually understand the sentiment, the emotion behind those words.
So it's like having an AI therapist on hand,
Yeah.
analyzing every customer interaction for signs of, happiness, frustration, anger.
Well, not exactly a therapist, but
Yeah.
you get the idea. It's about understanding the emotional undertones.
And then using that understanding to prioritize and categorize messages accordingly.
Exactly. And because these AI models are trained on massive, massive data sets of customer interactions, they get really good at recognizing patterns. They can start to predict what a customer might need or how they might react based on past behavior.
It's like having a team of, super-powered customer service agents, all working together, analyzing every interaction 24/7.
That's a great way to put it. And the best part is, these AI systems, they never stop learning.
So the more data you feed them, the smarter they get.
Exactly. It's like a continuous feedback loop, constantly improving accuracy, efficiency, and ultimately the customer experience.
It's like they're evolving in real time, getting better with every interaction. But it's not just about making customers happy, right? There's a whole other side to this, isn't there? Using this data to make smarter business decisions.
100%. And that's where things get really interesting. Remember those 2 weeks we talked about earlier?
The 2 weeks AI tagging magically gives back to businesses.
Exactly. Imagine taking those 2 weeks and instead of, just taking a vacation, you use that time to really dig into all the valuable insights that AI tagging has unlocked.
Okay, I'm intrigued. What kind of insights are we talking about?
We're talking about a gold mine of data. With AI tagging, businesses can finally get a clear picture of their customers' biggest pain points. They can identify emerging trends, even predict future needs, all based on real-time data.
So it's like having a crystal ball, but instead of vague predictions, you get concrete, actionable insights.
Precisely. And that allows businesses to shift from a reactive approach to a proactive one.
So instead of just putting out fires, they're preventing them from happening in the first place.
Exactly. It's about using data to make smarter, more strategic decisions that drive better business outcomes.
And that brings us back to our original point. AI tagging isn't just a fancy tool for customer service departments. It's a game changer for any business that wants to get ahead.
It's about working smarter, not harder, and leveraging the power of AI to unlock new possibilities.
It's like we're trading in our old, clunky tools for something way more powerful, like swapping a bicycle for a high-speed train.
And the best part is, the train runs on data.
Exactly. Data is the fuel that powers this whole operation.
And just like, you wouldn't want someone who's never driven a train before to take the wheel.
Yeah.
Businesses need to make sure they understand how to use these AI tools effectively.
Absolutely. It takes a bit of learning, a bit of adaptation, but the payoff is huge. So to sum it all up, AI ticket tagging, it's about so much more than just saving time. It's about making things better for everyone involved.
Totally. Customers are happier because they're getting the help they need when they need it without all the usual hassle.
And businesses benefit from happier customers, but also from a more efficient workflow, deeper insights, all those good things.
It's like a win-win all around.
Exactly. A win-win. And the cool thing is, This whole idea of using AI to improve efficiency and decision-making, it's not just limited to customer service,
Well,
right?
absolutely not. This is bigger than just one industry.
The principles we've been talking about, using data to make smarter choices, automating tasks to free up human potential, that applies to pretty much every field out there.
Totally. From healthcare to finance, education to entertainment, AI is poised to transform the way we work and live.
It's about working smarter, not harder, and that's something we can all get behind. So, as we wrap up this deep dive, I want to leave you with a thought. What area of your own work, or even your personal life, could benefit from a little AI boost?
It's a question worth asking. Where could you use data to gain a fresh perspective, to unlock new possibilities?
The future is full of exciting potential, especially for those who are willing to embrace these new technologies.
And who knows what incredible breakthroughs await us just around the corner.
That's what makes this whole thing so exciting. The possibilities really are endless. And on that note, I want to thank you and all our listeners for joining us for this deep dive into the world of AI ticket tagging.
It's been a pleasure exploring this with you.
Always a fascinating topic. And we'll be back soon with another deep dive into a topic that's sure to get you thinking differently. Until then, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep diving deep.